Hey, what's up, people? Jarrell here. All right, today we're going to be talking about Avatar: The Way of the Water. Um, what a spectacular, amazing, emotional roller coaster of a movie, man. Man, I'm telling you, 13 years from the original, and now we're here. It's one of those things, man. I'll tell you, incredible, incredible. Outrageously incredible movie. The special effects were wondrous. This is absolutely the standard of what 3D movies should be. All right, so James Cameron is absolutely the standard bearer of 3D cinema. Um, I see no one else even attempting to be uh, that venturous into 3D cinema. Everyone else, it just feels like they slap it into their films. Whereas, like, yeah, there's your 3D rendering, but then it's not even all that brilliant when you see it in 3D. So, one thing I have to give kudos to, as far as to James Cameron, is the 3D and cinema and the CGI. It's like his computer generated imagery is just unmatched. Um, the actors that he chooses for this are are, un, are very in tune with his vision. Um, I like the fact that there are new additions to this one. It feels like a um, extended family continuation to a degree in this movie, where you have Cliff Curtis, who is playing um, damn near a Maori chief in this, even though it's not. It's clearly another clan, but I'm not going to get too revealing as to what's going on in here. But I was very pleased with the acting. Um, there's there's this there's Kate Winslet, who's also in it. She had an amazing performance in it too. There's this lady, younger lady named Bailey Bass, that I was very impressed with. Very impressed with. I always have to give it to Zoe Saldana, because I'm telling you, that's the best actress that is on set. It's the best actor on Avatar. She just, her emotions are so vibrant that they translate through anything that she is in. I'm telling you, that girl is an underrated actress, and man, I mean, all the billion-dollar franchises she's been in, but at the same time, I feel like she needs to be um, starring in full-blown movies, not being a co-star, starring. She has that talent about her. I've always thought this. Um, Now let's get into the nitty gritty of this, man. It's like, one thing that I find really incredible is a deeper dive into the connection of Awa, right? So, especially with the animals, it felt like there was a deeper dive along with the animals and the connection to the people, which I thought was brilliant. And I'm telling you, the animal connection really popped out to me. It's like there was so many. It felt like there were so many movies in one. It was like Free Willy meets Pocahontas meets. I'm trying to think of that Maui movie. I can't, Moana. You know, it's just a whole heap of stuff that was just pressed in. And one thing too, it's like, a lot of people say that this is cultural appropriation, and it's like, well, at the end of the day, Avatar is absolutely full-blown cultural appropriation. But it's, who cares? I mean, initially Jake Sully was, human that took on the form of the Avatar and things, and then basically kind of infiltrated the tribes. So in essence, I mean, that it is what it is. I wouldn't necessarily call it that per se, because it's not an actual tribe. It's a science fiction, but they are pulling from different cultures. In this specific one, it's almost like the possibly native, possibly um, meet the possibly um, Maori clans or the Polynesian clans. That's what it feels like to me. It has that kind of frequency in it, and I I really loved this movie. I really loved it's just one thing about it is like it pulls at your heart. So it just tugs at you. Uh, it's a tear jerker. It has its moments where it's just like, man, I wasn't trying to damn. Is there salt in my eye? Shit, like a lot of times in this film. But the one thing that I will say is like it connects to your humanity. It connects to a lot of things that felt very human in this, and I was just blown away, blown away. Now, mind you, it's never really for Avatar for me. It was never really the story that moved me because when I originally saw the first one, I more thought Pocahontas. Okay, we're kind of just going with that. The thing that popped out to me, and I'm going to say it again, is Zoe Saldana's performance as Natiri. Like the very emotions that was rendered into that character for the 2009 film, especially in this one, show me that there is an absolute future in 3D cinema. Like I'll tell you what, like it's very. This is absolute. James Cameron is the standard bearer for 3D cinema. What and showing that this can be the next powerhouse in things. I figured out there was something that came up years ago. I want to say almost a decade ago, where they were talking about it was like a Korean filmmaker that was talking about working on resurrecting Bruce Lee for some project he was doing, but couldn't figure out the full-blown technology of what he wanted to do for it, and so they scrapped the project. But I'm telling you right now, just from what I've seen of Way of the Water, it is absolutely possible for them to do this. It's almost to where they could bring old personalities back and make it believable. It's getting there. Like 13 years from the original, I felt the original. It was possible. I feel even damn near more impossible now. Damn near more possible now. Like even the way they went about this movie, right? So James Cameron decided to do kind of a water on water type deal, especially like with his equipment. So when they shot it, it was actually in water, and just even the technology being capable of dealing with that. So I thought that was pretty amazing. I'd go into detail, but you understand it when you look into it. It's a lot more in depth as far as the connectivity to the creatures, the animals, Awa. It's just a beautiful film. Just a beautiful film. It didn't feel like it was 3 hours long. It felt very quick and fast once it got into it, because it's like you just were immersed in that world. When you see it though, I wouldn't drink any soap. I wouldn't drink any pop. I would damn near not drink any water, just so that way you're not running to the bathroom. Not that I had to do all of that, but I wasn't planning on messing that up for myself. So it's just like, I'm just gonna watch this and I was just immersed. I was immersed in another world, and it was very, very gravitational. And you'll enjoy this film. It absolutely is the standard bearer of 3D cinema. I think James Cameron is absolutely onto something in his later age, because I know him from the time period of Terminator and Aliens and the machismo kind of movies where it was just uh, blow your socks off kind of gangster shit. like that's the James Cameron I know, and it's like his film career ventured very much so from that time period into different horizons that I didn't expect. I wouldn't expect it in a thousand years, but he took it there, man. And it's very interesting in seeing his evolvement as a filmmaker. Because you could start at one spot and be known for that niche for the rest of your career, or you could push it to the next envelope and get there some other way, and which is what I'm seeing with him. Don't get me wrong, I absolutely miss the old school James Cameron, as far as to like the Terminator and Aliens and all this, but at the same time we're still getting the same guy, just evolved and knows his craft pretty thoroughly. But we're all still learning as filmmakers, of course. But absolutely a master at his craft. Anyway, as far as rating this movie, I want to absolutely give it the full blown like A++ because I enjoyed the hell out of it. I was just blown away. I was teary eyed. I was smiling. I was happy. I was just like wowed by the action. I was wowed by the humanity of this movie. Banger. It's an absolute banger. So anyway, yeah, like, comment, and subscribe, man. And yeah, catch you next time. Peace.